Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Kimo, Kimo, baby, stinking sucker.
Aloha, everybody. It's us. What are we going to do? It's going to be crazy. It is I, the Pimp Master. No, that's Jay.
Aloha!
Aloha.
I'm Mr. Beefy. Look at me!
Is everybody here? Is everybody ready? Okay. You have pants? Lag has upgraded to actually owning pants. Well, that is something. Aloha, everybody. I see Bearded was here first.
Aloha!
Jen Decor and Major Wed. Riot is here. James is here. WTF from Yermany. Silverhair Stacker. Callie Debs. Lag. John for Flippin' Ain't Easy. Wait, is it Thursday? It's not Thursday, John.
No.
Okay, thank
It's
you.
Wednesday, right?
Welcome, aloha. I don't know, but maybe we're going to do a Thursday live.
Containers are telling me it's Wednesday.
Yeah,
so-
medicine tells us what to do. When you look at your container and you flip up in the top, you better know what day it is. Hopefully I didn't take these twice today. Because then I sprout. Biff Boffo is here representing well, there's a couple of Californians in here. But what's important is
Amy, aloha!
also Amy is here. Aloha. So, the days are just smushing together. When you're in pain, it's like, I don't care what day it is. It doesn't matter what day it is. I am just trying to survive. Days are meaningless. I totally understand that. Now, do you understand that we went to Costco yesterday and I did get cheesecake, but we also got this god-awful bag of demon candy. Have you ever tried this, s'mores?
Is there any left?
There's none left. It's only a 1.64 pound bag. And I'm telling you, when you feel the heft of that bag, you're like, I am powerful. I'm here to kick ass and eat s'mores. And I'm all out of, hopefully, s'mores. Yeah. I don't know how that saying goes exactly. But thank you, everybody. Joni is making me wait until tomorrow so she can go to Costco. You get to cart her around there. Or can she beep her own jammy at Costco? Because they have some pretty good carts there. Can she operate the cart on her own? Or is she still... Because she's got one bad arm and the bad leg. Can she do the cart? Because the cart was the highlight of breaking my ankle. Going to the store with the cart.
Oh, yeah, he really
The
was.
store
He was
with the
milking
cart.
it, that's for sure.
Genserly Diamonds. Genserly Diamonds. The place you buy diamonds when you're really smart.
Never heard that jingle.
Yeah, that's like a 1970s Bay Area jewelry store jingle. I don't know. A little like fat cell of memory like exploded in my brain just then. And I'll never remember that again. That was like the swan song of that memory. Genserly Diamonds. Nope, I still got it. So.
Primo, Kimo, babe. There you go.
Kimo, Kimo, baby, stinking sucker. Yeah, that's right. Kimo, Kimo, baby, stinking sucker.
Yeah, that's right.
Beard's like, I'm out of here.
Well, he's going to Costco tomorrow. She can ride the carts. The carts are the best. Okay, so here's the question.
Sorry, Beard.
Here's the question. We don't know. Darling, my sweet, sweet Bridget, darling spam face here. She tries so hard to give me like actual tries for us to be serious.
Okay, I try to give him topics
Totally
to
does.
discuss,
Tries
and he
so
never
hard.
does it. And so today he was
But
like,
I always ask, what's the
board.
date? Like, so she gives me an article. I'm like, that's interesting. When did it come out? Because I don't want old information. I need this stuff to be hot off the presses, fast. Because otherwise, everybody else has talked about it. I have no idea. So every time she gives it to me, I go and look, and it's like, I don't know, it's not fresh. It's like a couple months old, or
But
somebody's
this
talked
one
about
has
it.
no date.
This one has no date, but I think it's from last year. But let's look at it for really quick, because it is a good piece of information, and it has to do with eBay contacting us to let us know to zip it. And this is it. They were saying the importance of postal code for item locations. Now,
Zip codes.
see, it says postal code. So first of all, it seems like this is for like New Zealand or Australia or
No.
Canada or somewhere other than the US of A. Because we're the only ones that have zip codes.
But what they're saying is that
You need to have it.
a lot of the
Let's learn more.
yeah,
Nick.
a lot of the third-party developers, and if this is old, maybe it's taken care
Did
of.
they take down the developers program? Didn't I hear that this page is no good anymore? Or
I don't know.
Am I right or wrong? I'd love to know that. And they do have some information about Q2, 1 and 2 of this year, but nothing about 3 or 4. And they do have 3 or 4 from last year. So I think this page is defunct, but
Aloha, Mike.
not
Seller.
positive.
Well, Lagley reads pre-2020 news, so
He's saying it
But
looks good to me.
anyhow,
Looks good to me.
what
I didn't see what he said.
What this article though was saying is that some of the third-party developers, that have adapted integrated eBay programs, their programs would list things without the postal codes. So
Is it
this
possible
is
that
saying how important it is to have a postal code.
even if this is old, that
It's-
that people haven't even done this yet? Is it possible? So I click on here. They have a little tool here, and it goes into your, it's about eBay, and it goes into your thing, and then it tells you all of your listings have the item zip code.
So-
I don't even know how I don't think they let you list things without a zip code.
I don't think so, but it's saying that some of the third-party
Tools
programs
let you list it.
will list the
Maybe.
things without a zip code.
But here's an interesting thing, and this goes back to our what the heck happened last spring. Remember last spring, everybody? When we all took a collective, eBay took a dump on our collective wallets. I think that's probably how you say that. And we don't. We know one of the major things that
I just
seem
need
to
say,
happen.
Yeah, Carl the lazy reseller. I don't think I've ever seen you
Carl
before.
the Lazy Reseller,
Aloha.
welcome!
Thanks for being here. I just want to say hi quickly.
The thing that we sort of postulated and talked about the fact that we
I
have
want to go big.
sure, I'd love to or go home, and we're both, so it's like we're winning, #winning, thank you. Is that one of our major leaders of our business last year before the dumping was Apple manuals. We had thousands of Apple manuals. And last June is when we got stricken. eBay changed. They absolutely changed last April to June, somewhere around there. Everybody got hit. Some people not as hard as others. They changed. And the major thing they did was they seemed to geolocate. James reports no sales after, certain times. And there's no possible way at this point, you can't convince me that in order to provide a better customer experience, which there adds to eBay's bottom line, they make more sales, they make more money, and in order to do that, they want shorter times of ordering, shipment times. So they're going to then use their AI to match up a closest sale to the person to make that customer experience a little bit better, hopefully leading to more of their bottom line. F the sellers. We don't matter. It's about the getting it to the customer. And that's what happened, because all of a sudden we stopped selling these manuals to the West Coast almost entirely, from like dozens a week to nothing a week. So we know that's what happened. And somebody else out in California or Washington, who also had a lot of manuals, was selling them all. So, and I just know that's what happened. So that's what happened in that one specific instance. Now, here's an interesting, another postule is that James, being one thing is that he did notice all of his overnight sales kind of slowed down. So it would make sense that if they're going
Matching.
around the world So they're going time zone by time zone. You're going to get less, so they're going to, in other words, people who are buying stuff, probably buying stuff when they're awake, during awake hours, not during nighttime crazy hours. Awake time people, they transfer the people who get the sales throughout the day going around the earth. So if you purchase something that could be an international sale, they're going to, it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon in Germany, they're probably going to give it to you as opposed to middle of the night America. Also because of the price of, this is a bad example, but also because of the price of shipping, that's going to come into play. So, but point being, maybe that sort of adds into why the sales go away at night and they didn't used to, because they didn't used to for us either, and then they did, so whatever. And then the other thing is that James being right in the center of the country ended up, or anybody who's in the center of the country ends up being able to play both sides of the country if this for sure time thing that they implemented through their super maniacal geniuses at eBay in order to steal all of our sales and give them to James and Pokey.
Well, so they're trying to provide a better buyer experience by matching the buyer with an item that is closest to them,
thereby being there faster and cheaper.
And although,
of course, that's what
this particular article or whatever it is that we are reading was specifically talking about items that don't have zip codes. It was saying though how the eBay algorithm is looking
that's
for
the fun
the
one.
zip codes.
That's the fabulous site.
The eBay.
Kira's collection.
But it was also saying that yes, some sellers have things in multiple locations, but if they're within a close area of each other to.
Well, I'm thinking that there's probably ways to manipulate that with the zip codes. Does that mean you have to put in your zip code, or could you just? I mean, I'm not saying that it's legal or there's probably policies against it, but people don't listen to the policies. eBay doesn't enforce their policies. So could people take advantage of this situation by posting incorrect zip codes in order to maintain selling superiority?
That's what I was sort of.
And people are, people will do anything. There's nobody good out there, except for everybody in this chat. Whoops, sorry, including Freya Benjamin. Late, but here. Pokes, Major Win is here now. Major Win, Dog and Roll are here, babe.
You're making.
He misses you. He's waiting for that the unpackaging video. I'm just kidding. We are BB. Thank you.
Well, and John was saying that the zip code thing is there to discourage drop shippers, which that.
But I think we know that people take advantage of that.
Yeah, I mean that seems very logical.
I don't like to take it. I think most of us who I've listened to on some of us like to really follow the rules when we're dealing with eBay. I don't think that we take it very seriously.
Stay perky
and follow the rules, not just to the best of our ability. I mean, we try super duper hard to follow the rules and do the best practices. And I don't think we take advantage of. Taking advantage of something is not an issue, but taking advantage against policy is an issue. I don't think we do anything even remotely skirting policies. I don't even think the nuclear reset was not against policies. It's not. Is it not best practices? It definitely was not best practices. And they came up with little perky tips to. What's the pro tip?
It's to change your zip code for anything that hasn't sold in 30 days.
It might, though.
Lag.
What if it does?
That would be crazy.
Lag's tried it all. I mean, they made us all go into our basements in our heads for the past year and a half and figure out this whole new eBay thing. And you guys, we've been doing this for a little while. I don't think that I think we know. I think we get it.
So
I don't think we're in the dark anymore. I just think it is what it is.
Dundakor was saying that
Thank you.
he got an email telling him how to improve his listings. We get those too. But he was saying that all of the examples showed free shipping on every example.
Yeah, that's yeah. It's like here, let me improve your sales. Put in a title, put in more pictures, put in promoted listings at dynamic. You got to do dynamic or it won't work. They're just saying words.
Enough, tiny dog.
Yep, the basement heads. We go in, we do that, and then we're all trying to hack the eBay matrix over the last year and a half. We did it. I don't think there's any mystery to what's going on now. There's definitely still the people who aren't going to accept it quite yet, but I think that everyone has, it's been so long now at this point. And I do think the other thing that I really I worship myself for this. Thank you. And I think
the zip code reset.
the great zip code reset.
Gosh, lag. You seriously are just.
It might happen though.
hilarious.
It might be something. I don't know, guys. Try it out. Go risk your accounts.
Not.
Just in case.
Yeah, we're not recommending that.
Don't do that. Kidding. One of the most important pieces I've kind of changed. So, we went through. It's your items. It's your blah blah blah. It's your thing. Whatever. I now believe
No more.
that the number one talent for reselling to be successful long term for like 25 years, as some of us have done it, or for very extended periods of time, has nothing to do with the stuff. Well, it has a lot to do with the stuff. But if you don't have customer service to the point where you don't even trip, you're just like, so the way I handle things is like somebody, almost every single time somebody asks me a question, I go, why don't you shut up, you stupid nerd? And then I write them a delicate, nice, respectful comment back. So I just have like my spaz out. I just get it out like immediately and then write them like how I would want to be baby glove treated if I were, and inevitably we have 100% feedback across the board. But I don't know if I don't necessarily think that, I think you have to pack well. I think there's other things. And I don't think if you don't have 100% that you didn't provide good feedback. I think some people and some types of stuff are difficult, which leads me to my next tangent. Choose your customers. Buy the stuff you sell. You're welcome. Thank you.
I know I mention every so often how I follow these pages, eBay groups, and I know a lot of the people are new to eBay, but I know some are not new, and it's sort of appalling at times how rude the sellers are to their buyers.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
crazy.
why are
It's
you
crazy.
posting this? It makes you look like such an a-hole. Like, what would you do if you went into a retail brick and mortar store and the salesperson reacted to you the way you're reacting to your buyer? Would you ever go back?
Not
No.
only that, but that person would get on the horn and tell their friends, and then they tell two
Or
friends,
call the
and then
boss
they tell
and
the
say,
friends.
"Your employee
Everybody
was
will have
so
silky
rude."
hair, but no one will ever go back to that store because that's how it works. And if you're like that, if you have, I get it though. That's what I'm saying. I always have like the, half a second of everyone sucks in the world except for me. Everyone's stupid but me. And then I go back into reality. So I'm not saying everybody can get rid of that. I'm pretty self-righteous.
Well,
But I just remember that there's me and then there's everybody else. So I just go like that.
the one thing that you had mentioned when we were earlier talking about this article about zip codes, at making sure everything has a zip code, was how you were saying, I wonder if what happened over the past year and a half was eBay was matching buyers with sellers that had the items that were closest to them, but the sellers maybe were sucky sellers.
Not necessarily good sellers. So we're eBay's AI, The algorithm was going for bottom line number as opposed to actual technical best experience, which would be with a better seller, not necessarily a closer item. How do you determine between those things? Like maybe a bar of soap doesn't matter how good the seller is. It just needs to be fast. Then something that's collectible needs to have a good seller. I don't know. That's a very good point. I just want to say. But that's kind of like what happened.
Really awful experiences too, at times.
Yeah, but buyers are, according to WTF songs, there buyers are always effing wrong.
I know.
They're not always
trust
wrong.
me,
I usually do everything. I just cut my finger.
I have had a lot of retail experience, and
You're really good too. You're like me, where we just, Mr. Me, all your drafts disappeared. Peekaboo, zombie face.
what?
Aloha to Mr. Me. Did you leave him in there for 70 days or 90 days? Mr. Meeseeks.
I'm Mr. Meeseeks. Look at me.
Did you leave him in there too long? Because that does happen. You used to only be in there for 30 days or something. Then they switched it to 60. And now they've got it so as long as you go into the thing, it restarts the timer back to 90 or 70 days. So hopefully you didn't do that. Primo.
Yep, go on.
Major Win says, Primo and Spam Banshee, if you lose your Eunice, the world would lose a very important thing. Hopefully. Are we losing our Eunice?
Did you
Eunice.
say something about
That was like my teacher from grade school. Mrs. Eunice.
You had 2 chats open, and I'm going, oh.
What?
You're so sweet. Hey! Jeff is here!
I'm Mr. Meeseeks. Look at me.
Jeff, yay!
We Beetlejuiced him in here. That was awesome. Welcome.
We miss you so much. Mr. Meeseeks!
What? What?
I was like, what are you doing?
What? What? You like this? And it doesn't even sound like I have anything in my mouth.
Caesar.
And now I got the little spit trough, so like all my spit's gonna collect in here. And when I take these out, there's gonna be a big long spit string. What? Oh, chilling. It's
You're
almost
hilarious.
that time. You only make it for one size fits all.
Oh,
and
the
it's a
drafts came
tiny
back.
little head.
Thank goodness.
Oh, good. There's been a lot of that. There's been a lot of that lately, where things just kind of go disappearing, or they, like you can't, like if I go to do a batch edit or a batch like their postal thing.
Oh no, Dentacor can't list now either.
Uh-oh. Basket keg. Not, I don't think that, I would think location would be far down on the list of tiebreakers between similar items. I'm not
You're
mimicking
awful.
you, Biff Alpha. Okay. But now I don't want to take them out because there's going to be a spit trough.
Ew.
Hold on.
Just bend down.
My own spit. It tastes delicious. Thank you. Pokey, does that accent make you go crazy? Because that's how Chihuahuas sound to each other. Well, that was supposed to be Ren. Hopefully I didn't go down like a Warner Brothers type route there. But you know how Stimpy sounds like this? Does he sound like this? Now I think I'm sort of sounding like a couple different accents, and that's never good. Can you get off the phone? You're letting me go crazy.
Sorry.
Reel me in. Reel me in. Thank you.
All right, let's read some stuff. Weebay is broken right now.
Are you mimicking me now?
Basket doodle.
Weebay is broken right now. I don't think it's broken, Basket Doodle. This is eBay. This is our thing. This is what we're doing here. It's never gonna be. They're gonna tinker with it till they can tinker no more. And here we are.
Did you say fluffy bunny?
No. Why would I say that?
I don't know. Dundacor is asking you to.
I already took them out, and now the goop is on my desk, which is where I do everything. You don't want to go on my desk. It's where we cook bacon.
So in the
It's where we clean dirty ass radios and other like battery acid.
I swear I
crumbles.
just inhaled like a whole bunch of dirt, asbestos dust.
It was just like the powder coating from or the powder from like what do you call them, galvanized steel, like the powder on the outside from years. I don't think it's actually galvanization. It's like it'll probably kill you, but it's not galvanization. It's like
I do know that
everybody
you can
sucks
die
it up.
if you were to burn galvanized.
Well, don't
metal.
do that. Don't torch any galvanized metal and then suck it up.
Quirky Pikachu!
Aloha, welcome.
Yeah, he's saying every time he turns around, the eBay app has been updated, and I can never find anything.
Every time I log on, I don't know
Hey,
where
Doug.
the Terra Peak is, and then the other thing
See you
goes
soon.
away. Major's out of here. Aloha.
I have to stop listening to you. All my drafts are done. Primo's fault.
Yes. I have a motivator. I motivate people to run.
So earlier
For their
on,
lives.
Den Decor was saying how
Weebay won't make me list right now.
how he has
You can't list right now?
eBay's been throttling him over a lost international shipment.
Where is it?
And it was way in the beginning.
Oh dear.
And he said that he's going to be making daily phone calls until he gets his money back. So did
Wait,
you
hold on.
send him-
Can you say that again? What happened in the international shipping? He has a
He
refund?
says eBay seller protection. Never heard of her. I love being throttled over a lost international shipment. You use Pirate Ship, right? You didn't do it through EIS or
Is that right? Who is this? I don't know.
Den
who it is.
Decor
Oh,
for
sorry.
the 90 millionth time.
I'm not listening. I don't listen to you. Den Decor, you didn't use eBay international shipping? Because see, I've never dealt with anything. We do not sell a lot of things. We used to with GPS. We used to sell a lot more stuff to Germany. Then EIS, we sold a couple of things which got confiscated or whatever by eBay and never made it to Germany. Two old computer items. And apparently you just can't do that. You can't sell certain computer items to Germany anymore. And we stopped basically selling almost anything overseas now, except for some computer books and stuff. We have had problems where a person has said, hey, I threw it in the garbage. One guy said, I got one of those where it's like, I'm not going to return it. I'm just going to throw it away because this book is too crappy. And it's like, but it says it's crappy. Anyway, I never heard from him again. I think he got paid by eBay. So we've never seen anything happen after we ship an item.
Well, maybe eBay
overseas.
just doesn't give us
course, we
the
don't ship anymore.
international buyers anymore.
I think that's what
because they
happens.
were like, oh, too many people are crying or whatever.
Yeah, we probably
items,
got canceled or filtered or jammed to the bottom of the
because we had a
list.
few items that eBay didn't even forward to international.
We should all call Patricia there!
Oh, hey, Froze. He's asking, what is the title of this about? It's about.
Just trying to sucker you in here.
It's definitely a little clickbaity. Well,
It was the
clickbaity
zip.
for
No,
sure.
it was
But-
the zip. It was the zip codes. It was the zip codes from what we think is an older post. eBay requiring zip codes in order to have your items be seen in best match. Need to have a zip code. Who doesn't have zip codes anymore? I don't know. It shows a tool. It's the eBay. Actually, Jeff would probably know if is this still a good site, Jeff? This eBay for developers program, is this still a valid site, or did they feel like they ended it this year? Because it does have information from last
Tusslebug, aloha.
Tusslebug is in the house.
Patricia, aloha.
Newsletter, and it says but there's no dates.
It's in the blog. Oh,
But you see here, it goes eBay Q2 2024 newsletter. There's
They
no
just don't have
Q3,
it, right?
and there's no Q4.
Seeing stars.
But you see Q4 and Q3 from last year. So my guess is that this is it's canceled.
And in any case, though,
If you don't have zip codes,
what we were able to extract from this, because
we extrapolated.
It's for developers, like third-party developers. So maybe like say
Smart people.
What are those like cross-listing programs and stuff?
Vendubi.
That at some point, and if this article is current, you can go big. Evidently, these cross-listers weren't always pulling the item's location, the zip codes. And eBay is saying that they try to match buyers with the item that is close as possible to the buyer's zip code to expedite shipping times to hopefully result in a happier buyer.
Which we always wondered about last year, if that was one of the things that whatever the big thing was, take away half of our traffic in order to charge us for it. I mean, that absolutely could be that's how simple it was. But it also seemed like it was more complicated than that, where they were spreading out our sales across to more people. Why? How are they choosing those people? It's not by if you're a top-rated seller. And what made sense was maybe it's geolocating because of our experience with all those manuals. And that manual business never, ever picked up again. So we still have a ton of these manuals that used to sell by the dozens. We still have them, and they don't. But we don't care either.
Basket Noodle says it's like eHarmony. It's matching buyers and sellers.
Yeah,
eBay
it's matching. You remember they said that once. High quality buyers with high quality sellers. They're going to match that. I'll bet they forgot to do that part. Hey Frost says never bought into the Geo theory because so many of my sales are far away. I mean, great. The only way the Geo theory plays that works is if you're dealing with items that aren't plentiful. So in other words, if you're selling a whatever the most, I don't know, just a baseball, you're not going to buy a baseball from Vermont if you're in Washington, if one is in Oregon.
Winterly.
Like that kind of simplicity of it. Aloha, Winterly. Yeah, and so and I guess it really depends on what you sell. We just got that one smack in the face from the Apple manuals. That was how it was night and day, and that was like one of our biggest things. Where like, oh well, the whole world is ending because those things were worth a ton of money.
All it is it's just another thing that eBay uses to sort and show.
Yes.
Your products to because if somebody's promoting the item
that's
at
it, Patricia.
90%,
that's their process, and so deciding upon that very thing, geolocating may time to time to ship, to give the buyer a better experience, which hopefully would add to their better line, increasing sales because people are getting faster goods shipped to them. That works for common items. Now, but if you're selling comic books or anything there's not that many of, then of course I don't think that geolocating matters as much. But it doesn't seem to take into account when you are selling a baseball, it's going to take the crappiest seller in Oregon over a great seller in Vermont to sell a baseball to somebody in Washington. So they're going to choose a crappy seller in Oregon over a good seller in Vermont. Probably that makes sense, right?
yeah, I wonder what it is though that eBay really looks at to try to match
Money.
because we're saying, or what about a seller's ratings? But Jeff was saying, I feel it's the opposite. eBay makes more money when shipping and handling.
Shipping. That's the problem. We don't do our shipping right.
Shipping and handling is more expensive to ship further, but a lot of people offer free shipping though. So
I don't know how you do that. I'm not looking at these anymore.
I know those.
I have one.
The basket noodle. The world is ending. It's been ending since the day it started. I know my facts, Primo.
Look at that baby, huh?
So it's like we're all dying. We're dying the day we were born.
I'm a horny turtle. I like turtles.
Yes, WTF is always getting sales while on our show. When's the blue moon?
It's because of us. It's our vibe. We're vibing on you.
There are no crappy sellers.
Once in a blue moon, aloha!
It's it's so awesome that Winter Lee is here. Eat it, try eating them with your fangs.
It also has the ASMR bag.
Oh, jeez.
It's very
Louise.
crinkly.
No, please no.
I eat with my mouth closed though.
Stop. Oh, that's so awful. You're killing me.
They're really good,
but-
is all I'm saying.
Tulsa Bug was saying that their drafts had disappeared but came back too. So I would have freaked out if, like, of course you're here for it. I would have freaked out. We have a lot of drafts going on right now. I would just like totally lose my mind. John, this literally started happening to me. Anyone notice their drafts are not? Yes.
On the app.
Several people in our chat, John, are saying the drafts disappeared, but they've just come back.
Yeah, we babe
Like-
woken.
Yeah, like a minute
Let's
later
check
they
their
would come
let's
back.
check their thing that says is eBay down. Not down detector, but eBay's actual site. What is that?
Oh, Winter Lee's going to a 21 Pilot concert today. Oh my God.
That's awesome.
Nice. Enjoy that. 21
You know, it
Pilots
was-
reminds me of 2016.
Toilet pilots? Yeah, it does.
When we were out in California moving your mom here.
So my mom was all it was a very depressing situation with my mom moving. Yeah, you have to. You just can't look at that. And she was moving here, but it was a change in her life, and
She didn't stay in Vermont long. It
she
was
wanted to
so
come here and be
different.
with me, but she just couldn't. She couldn't hack it.
Vermont is way.
It's pretty hardcore.
Weather is so crazy.
I mean, compared to the Bay Area or Napa Valley where she lives, it's like, you can't handle it in Vermont. But we picked her up, literally picked her up, packed all her stuff, and she was not necessarily just not in a good headspace, let's put it that way. And the 21 Pilot song was, the lyrics from it were, about back in the, whatever, about back when everything was easy. And I'm sitting here taking my mom who's, things have changed. The life roles have flip flop. Yeah.
Song.
I'm stressed out. And I was totally stressed out, but I didn't want her to think, she was the one who was just pretty, just not in a good place. So anyway, I sucked it up and I was awesome and I was a good son. And then she came out here, and I'm like, "Get out of here! We don't want you here anymore." And now she lives
we
in
miss
Napa.
her terribly.
Yeah, we do. We haven't seen her in a long time. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Mom.
Big Dre was saying that he lost 22 drafts. They were older drafts, but the newer ones remained. Beard was saying
I don't
if
see
you get
anything
the
about
server
them.
error, hit the link to Seller Hub, then it fixes the computer. Drafts come back and you can list. App is still mangled.
It's not saying anything's on the community. I'm not seeing anything. I just don't see anything up yet. That's old. I don't like this page. I don't look at any of this stuff. You do all that. I don't do any of that. What are you doing? Hiding your face?
I
You're
was having
hiding
a
the
hard time.
deliciousness?
It's all sticky in my mouth.
It's a lot of stickiness. But what's great is the chocolate and the sugar and all the yum.
That's the one thing with like the community, eBay community board is
It's hard to use, isn't it?
I never know if what I'm reading is like up to date information. I mean, I know that a lot of
very
things
serious
have dates on
problem.
it, but I don't know if there's a current, more updated one that I'm not seeing. Because if I have a problem and it's like 2016 answer, and I'm
Right.
like, what about now?
And then they always lock the comments like somehow they answered it, but they really didn't. They just want you to just hang in the wind. I don't see anything. They're not, anyway. They're just not reporting it. Basket Noodles was happening. We checked.
Basket Noodle says, if I do sell similar, it says, no, shut up, go away, I hate you.
Did anybody ever get that one thing? The one thing that when you sent an offer out and it was on our newest account and our oldest account wouldn't disrespect me like this, but it said, you have actioned No, you have made an actionable. You were actionable. I don't know. Something about actionable on just some gobbledygook Gen Z. Sorry, Winterly. I'm not trying to be rude. But it was something about being actionable. And I was just like, I sent an offer. And it wasn't. Never mind.
People were having problems with sending offers.
That's all I'm talking about. You're not listening to me.
I'm not.
This is not important. Axe Monkey, I've
Axe
been backed
Monkey.
up all my listings to list perfectly. That's a great idea. List perfectly or Vendu works, but Ink Frog works great for that specific purpose. I don't know anything about these other things except for literally backing it up. And I believe you can consider, John, that Tree Cat is essentially a backup too, right? And so interestingly here, let me know this, John, about Tree Cat. It's a great idea. Any sort of program that it sort of backs up your information by sucking it up, and so you can send it to other places. It just by default is technically backing up your information by putting it on their server. So with Tree Cat, as long as you have an account with them, they don't charge you until the item sells. So it's almost, and I wonder if this is how this works in whose favor this works more into, probably the user, that Tree Cat is kind of a free backup for your eBay items. Because other places charge a monthly fee or something else. So that's
an interesting way of looking at it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I know some people in the beginning were sort of turned off by the idea of charging or having to pay when an item sells because of the
Well, I think
like James was saying, because he sells so many items that it would actually be a bigger chunk than.
No, what they do is they go down in like the more items you sell, the cheaper it gets. And then, of course, if you're an affiliate, you can end up actually making, I don't know if you make money, but you can definitely end up paying for a lot of your.
And John is saying a library of listings for each platform. Yeah. Yes. Very soon they will allow you to have multiple eBay accounts like Ink Frog.
And that will be awesome.
I would hate to pay when items don't sell.
Yes. So right now in the running for a backup program, Ink Frog Tree Cat is the one. It's free. It's
right,
free.
Because you're only paying when the item sells.
Right.
But
so
again,
if you wanted to back up all your stuff and not have it listed on any platforms, it's free.
But a lot of people that might have high volume,
I
that
don't know about
equates to a lot more per month.
I'm not lucky enough to be in that situation.
I know.
So.
That paying a monthly fee like for whatever.
We ship out about 80 items a month, 100.
However, flipping it easy.
Flipping ain't John.
Tree Cat does have ranges of fees. So the more you sell, the lower the prices.
Tiers. They're tiered up.
Tiers. Thank you. The lower the prices per item sold.
Sheet. Free until you start using the features, and when your items sell, you get charged. But with higher volume sales, you pay less for each sale, yes. But let's say you didn't sell anything and nothing ever sold, you wouldn't owe them a dime, and your stuff is backed up on the platform. That's my general thought here, which is in other words, they're giving you this free service of backing up your stuff without any fee, which is a very generous and useful tool. But don't think of it the way that I'm saying it, because it's not accurate. Because all of your stuff is, for sale somewhere, and when it sells, you'll owe the money. But when I looked at it, the fees were right. But James has so much volume, he can't afford 25 cents per item eats into his profit considerably at that volume level. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So Tree Cat, #1 reseller tool, not fully fleshed out. Great for backing up your items for almost for free.
and they are very reactive. And,
Oh my gosh, they're like
and-
right there.
Yeah, and they communicate very well with the users because they want to make it, very easy to use and helpful to
You're
use.
never gonna have the access to a software developer for your
and they have
business.
their YouTube
like these
channel
guys.
too.
This is the best time to. I think that Vendu, they offer. I mean, I think their leadership is pretty. You can get to them, but they have a lot of layers of team and stuff, so they're not really as accessible as they are.
Basket
Anyway.
Noodle was saying just download an inventory spreadsheet.
It doesn't download. Inventory spreadsheet does not download pictures, does it?
Or simply download inventory report.
No, it doesn't download pictures. So the problem is when you download if your pictures are from a URL, then yeah, you can. But
That's really great, and it's so great. So John is saying we have weekly meetings with them to go over
It's so
features
great.
they're working on and to brainstorm to add new ones.
I
And-
wish we were far enough along to know what we needed and wanted to partake in that, because we don't know. We haven't used the software enough software yet. We're still trying to.
But that's great because John is such a great representative of an eBay.
Yeah, he
seller.
knows what we need.
But she
I would
also-
love to be able to give input on collectibles too. So,
Yeah.
but I don't have the time.
Winterly is saying I write all my listings in a word processor, save the
You do.
photos there, and use the page to track cost and inventory. I then copy and paste into the platform. Not ideal for most, but I stay organized.
No, that definitely is organized. And if are you using AI like Gemini or something to write your listings for you? I mean, I guess you could. All this stuff that they're coming out with is so crazy. But I suppose you could ask AI to generate a spreadsheet for you with this information in the proper order that then you could use and upload comments, separate advice, eBay, and do all your listing like that. Oh my gosh, the robot.
So Basket Noodle was saying Channel Advisor is the only entity that
Huh? Who's in the what now? Used to be a channel
used to be the
advisor.
only entity that,
Used to be that channel advisor was the only entity in via terms of service cover all liability. Do you know what that means? You have no idea. Me neither. Always read the fine print. Truer words have never been said. Basket Noodle.
Axe Monkey was saying an inventory spreadsheet doesn't help if you lose a listing or all of them.
I like Turbo Lister. That was a good program once upon a time. I use Blackthorn.
Can someone
I don't
get
know
the
if it's
cat
in there.
out of the tree? I'm getting concerned.
It's been there for a long time. It's sitting there with the frog that jumped into the ink bottle, and they just chill.
Big Dre was saying, I've been trying to convince my wife to switch to True Cat instead of Vendu because sales have been down on Posh and Macari, but she is used to using Vendu. I understand that
Vendu.
feeling comfortable with a platform
Yeah,
or
for
a
sure.
service and not wanting
They're
to
so
change.
different though, because I think Vendu is the one. Is Vendu the one that puts a API thing in your Chrome so that some of them you have to run this thing in Chrome like a whatever. But TreeCat runs the TreeCat. Gosh, I can't think of any words today. A little server. They run a little server on your computer that's always running. Or potentially you could take an older laptop or something and just have that dedicated to this purpose so that it's always at your house, always running, always there to do the work of TreeCat when something sells and removing it from the other platforms. So that's how they do it. Other things like Vendu actually have a Chrome extension, which then when you're looking at your listings in eBay in your drafts, you see a little symbol there for Vendu. I think that's Vendu that does that. And it kind of is clunky to me. I don't
Dendacor
like
is
that
saying
part.
with Vendu, you have to run the API in Chrome and you have to keep it
Up and running. And that's, Yeah, that's not as cool as tree cat.
What does that mean? You have to keep your computer on all the time?
We have to keep Chrome open all the time, even. So that's
Ugh.
like, it's not as good.
Who has extra computers just laying around? We do.
It's like thousands. I mean, I've got tons of computers, like kind of more recent laptops and stuff. People buy them so quickly and they just trade them up and everything. We just have a ton sitting here. Network topology of software matters. Oh, Basket.
So,
it does.
and Basket Noodle is saying
Your
that
network topology is very
the
important.
channel advisor covers you if anything goes wrong due to their software or the servers or eBay's API or Amazon's API.
Oh, that's interesting. Channel advisor. Channel advisor. See, I don't even know what that is. See, I just pretend I know stuff. Channel advisor, is that a plugin for like not Shopify, but is it available for Shopify and stuff? What is it? I'm gonna find out. Competitor managing feeds. It's a feed. No, that's not. Don't read that. Channel advisor, big commerce. Okay, big commerce and channel advisor. So that's what it is. That's what it is. It's the unit or whatever. TreeCat calls it the. I forget what they call it. They have a
Oh,
little name for it.
John, come
happened?
on. I hope they come back. You are just having a crap-ass week with your back and stuff. I'm usually it's you guy when it comes to getting stuff done on eBay, but today it's making me crazy. Now the listings I worked on last night and this evening for my listings today are gone.
Oh, well, that sucks. You know what, though? I remember. So we have been doing listings like crazy. Like dozens a day, crazy, which for us is crazy. And I have noticed several times where I have gone in, done, but see, what I think it is I have multiple tabs open, and I go into one tab into the drafts, and I type
This
out
is,
like the titles.
It's you.
And then I go to the other tab and I save it, but it was the old one before I made the adjustments. So I do say I think it's me, but it's happened like a couple times recently in the past few days, maybe last night, and I was sure that I'm not that stupid. I'm like, that's not me.
Well, do you?
I'm a big dummy, but like I know that I just did it. Why would I do it again? Or maybe even a third time. Like I know I didn't. So it's not me.
Could you have been?
Thank you. It wasn't
could you
even
have
me.
Been in like,
Thank you.
could you?
Thank you.
Could you have been in Bean? In
Bean.
the bulk listing, and then you forgot to save it or something? Because I see you in bulk a lot.
I was in bulk. That's what it was.
Yeah, are you not?
That's what I'm saying. I have 2 bulk windows open. I go through, do all the titles, make some changes. And then it's possible I had 2 draft windows open. One of them I made changes on, and then somehow I inadvertently went to the other draft window, which didn't have changes. It had the old one, and I said save there. But usually that shouldn't happen. It really shouldn't happen the way they have it set up now. Because it auto saves. Oh, and that was the other thing. Everybody, hold the presses. No, that's the wrong one. I'm out of coffee, but kind of tastes like donuts.
I think that's the s'mores.
That's the s'mores.
Dendacor
Do you
was
want
saying
news?
it's
When
now
do you want your
working.
news? When do you want it? Now! So, the done button in the lower corner. Check this out. Anybody had this problem? In the past, yesterday, day before, you're in a item in the bulk listing program. You go into a single item to make a couple of little things. Down in the right corner is done button. That done button then saves that one specific listing, and it puts you back into the bulk lister. Doesn't kick you back into your drafts. You're in the bulk lister. I make a change, click done, and when I go back out to the bulk lister, Those changes have not been saved. You saw me do it, change shipping like 3 times on that one thing, and it kept just reverting to the old shipping. Now, I went into that listing, I changed it to the proper shipping, and I waited for it to do self-save or whatever, where it saves itself, where you don't press that blue button done, you just wait for it to self-save. It worked. So that blue done button was broken yesterday. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So happy for you.
I discovered something.
Um,
Anybody else have that?
Dentacor says, big wheel, keep on turning. Proud eBay, keep on failing.
Oh.
Rolling, can't list nothing on eBay.
ITT Tech. Oh, ITT. Yeah, that's not good. But that there definitely has been a couple of I've noticed them. See, if I notice them, I feel like everybody's got to be noticing them because we're light users. I guess we're power users, but I don't feel like one. I feel like we're just like gentle. If we have a problem on eBay, refresh the screen, it goes away type thing.
I never really think about it a whole lot. But if I were to lose all the photos,
if you lost one draft, your whole entire hair would just turn to fire, and you would.
When there's multiple things
murder.
going wrong in a day, and they just pile up, then that would definitely make me lose my shit.
Yeah, that's what they make Mai Tais for. Thank you.
Dentacor, maybe I'm not throttled after all.
I always think of Homer Simpson grabbing Bart by the throat. And now that's a proper throttling. So, anybody got anything else to say, or did we solve all the problems of the day? Anybody make any money while you're here for an hour? John, get any good sales from you guys liking this video? I like looking down there and seeing my giant
Sean,
hand.
that is so funny. I just had to approve your
Fake
pound and
swears.
asterisk. Your fake swear.
That's the robot moderator.
I'm actually surprised that I even
Saw it
looked
happening.
down to do that. That is hilarious. They don't even allow fake swears. Silly YouTube.
Yes, indubitably. We have a lot to do today, so I think we should go. Don Flippin's here, though. We gotta say hi to Don. We have a lot to do, and yesterday we went to Costco. Oh, and we got burnt. So the burnt ends there. I was like, they should call this just the tips. Thank you.
Nice! Big Dre is up to 230 in sales today.
Nice. I'm not going to look at my sales because no.
Yeah,
'Cause I don't-
yesterday was actual
I
crap.
shipped out a salt and pepper shaker this morning. That
Yeah.
means that nothing good happened yesterday. So by knowing that I've had, and I will make lemonade out of lemons by saying, holy crap, for the last 2 months, we have been shipping every single day. And I felt like I was under the the weight of shipping every single day, which is a good thing. And then having a couple days where we're not shipping anything, well, I know it's happening, but I'm not going to feel bad about it because I've got so much to do that I could use that day to do something else. So today, our fireplace, which is now, I guess, 3 years old, we put in a Peninsula fireplace. I started building this fireplace that's going to be a direct vent.
Where's Texas Bandit to see this?
Yeah.
So
The wood.
if this is any sign of the fireplace, you know what?
The frame of the fireplace got put in, and then we turned it into an eBay table. So and that's what it is now.
Ooh, Winter Lee's living off the pumpkin muffins.
Oh, I didn't get. She
Oh, we
said
got cheesecake.
she said you're really fat. So when you go in
I'm
there,
not.
You can get 2 delicious things and water, and that's it. So I got a giant, the size of my belly cheesecake, the huge 15-pound bag of chocolate caramel cookies, and the burn ends. But the burn ends are almost healthy because it's meat. But I have never tried them, Winterly. I'm looking very much forward to just the tips from Costco. We've wanted to try them for a long time. Went in there for the werewolf gyros, and they didn't have those, so my brain knew exactly what to do. We're trying the tips. And not to be confused.
Yeah, I did not eat any of the cheesecake last night because I had too many of those s'mores. But tonight I'll be eating some.
See,
I might even eat some for lunch.
Yeah, you should have some for lunch. And it's just dairy. It's good for you.
2:00.
Is it? What did we do today? Is anybody watching my favorite DIY lady in Vancouver? Jeff, are you still here? Jeff.
I'm Mr. Meeseeks. Look at me.
Are you watching Jenna Phipps? Totally reselling oriented. I apologize to everybody for talking about this, but she has such the awesome channel about, and she's like 20 something with her nerd 20 something boyfriend, and they bought a house in Vancouver, Canada, that's in the nicest area, mid-century house, was abandoned. So in order to keep it as a rebuild and not a fresh house, and to keep it, so they're skirting the laws of being able to keep
new construction.
Of new construction. It's in the best area. They got it for a song, which is like $1.6 million Canadian, so it's not really a song, but it's in a $4, $5, $6 million area or more. I don't even know. And okay.
So she started out originally. Her channel was like crafts,
Just macro.
right?
She did the old grandma blankets where you weave them, Afghans. So she started, her channel was like, she made all these Afghan clothes and crafts. And then she went from that, just like the next day, to, we're tearing down this house full of ants and bugs.
And now she has, her video was just posted 2 hours ago and she has 42,000 views on it.
Yeah. Well, she's a real jerk for not sharing her viewers with
But
me.
she and her boyfriend
Why should she point people to us? We're pointing people to her.
tore down all of the crappy parts of the house.
You're gonna lag. So if you like, we happen to be, as you can tell, we happen to be totally home improvators. You can tell that 5 out of the 6 pieces of trim were painted, so I have a pretty good average.
And she's a really, her sense of humor is great. Dry humor, a bit of sarcasm. She's just fun.
But right now it's like, so if you really enjoy this content, go back to when she started doing the house, because right now you're getting to the sweet spot where she's starting to put it back together with steel instead of wood, and it's the whole thing. And the toilet's gonna go in the corner. It's gonna be hovering. It's the whole thing.
Yeah. When they first bought the house and oh God, so many
bugs,
ants and dead rats, and
the thing is you can't survive on reseller content alone. You gotta mix it up a little bit.
Well, she's now surviving on I'm sure.
She's a full-time YouTuber.
Yeah.
And she bought a $1.6 million or $4 million house on YouTube money. Basket Nude says,
I always hover.
On your own toilet, lag? My brother had a $350,000 place in CA, renovated it, and sold it the next year for 2.4. I would say that I probably misrepresented the numbers. I do, because we did a full reconnaissance thing on her. She unfortunately showed in her video a little piece of some sort of identifiable landmark. So we immediately just found her, just like that. And we were able to find the lot and how much it sold for, which was 1.4 million or something.
Oh, I don't remember. You actually saw how much it sold for?
I know where all you live. I know. I've got pictures of all your houses.
It's a really great series to watch, though. I mean, we were
Very exciting.
we
and
were
like,
into This Old
uplifting.
House. Like, we've always loved This Old House.
Uplifting.
Yeah.
I need some up.
They're definitely
Benjamin, and we're
very
back.
digestible shows.
And it's still underway. She's trying to get the roof on before winter, which, as far as I know, is probably in Vancouver, is like almost there.
So, in most of the tear down, the demolition part that they did all on their own. Now with the
their own
rebuilding
little
part, they're
hands.
having like with the steel beams and stuff, professionals come in
They're actual professionals.
because it's
But
like
they're-
cantilever and.
But they
so
did.
neat.
Yeah, it's really really a cool thing. Anyway,
I can't wait to see it when it's
Ryan's
done.
back to. 2:08 p.m. on the East Coast, 67 degrees outside. It's sunshiny day. Here's the Brady Bunch.
Oh, Ryan did a nice time lapse of the harvest moon.
Kimo, baby, let's kick it, sucker.
Yeah, that's right. I left. I bet you did.
Beard, you are so funny.
I have an offer on that safety grab bar, the senior citizen stripper pole looking thing. I have it for $98 plus shipping. Just received an offer for $45 plus shipping.
So are you gonna do it, John?
Yes.
I
I wouldn't even hesitate.
But wait, how much do you think shipping will be?
No, plus shipping.
Oh.
Plus shipping.
Yes. Okay.
Always
Nice.
sell when you got that stuff.
I would do it, John.
Yeah. And again, it's like, even if you got it for free, all you got to do is calculate how many millions of % of profit you made on that because of zero. But $1, you can see that you made 45. Wait, hold on. How much is that? So if it cost $1 and you sell for 45, even if you take out the eBay fees, it's still like 45,000% markup. So
Lag is telling John, take my offer. It's solid. Oh my
he needs
God,
that.
Lag.
It's a stripper pole that goes into a toilet,
What?
or what is it?
That goes
It's for
into-
old people. It's yeah, you keep it. Now, that's so, John, now you have hit upon one of the things that for my generation and for our my type of person that I deal with is essentially hoarder. I am a collector, and my collections get so big that it's a hoard. Is it awesome? Yes. Do I hoard newspapers? No. But it's too much. And my friends, I have a lot of friends like this too. And you got to talk people out of it. If this is worth money, sell it. If you need it later, you can buy it again. Even if it costs a little bit more to buy it later, even if it goes up twice the price, you have to spend $200 instead of $100.
You're preaching.
That money
to the choir.
that you sold it for earlier has quadrupled in price into billions of dollars that you should have sold that thing a long time ago and just bought a new one if you ended up needing it. And that's the rules, and I'm sticking to it. Thank you.
Winter Lee was saying her house in Ohio is totally invisible from the street or from
I want an invisible
Google
house, too.
aerial view. Yeah. Ryan said I forced him to make a new video. The weather has been boring the last months, zero rain.
Oh, sorry.
But I love the moon video. And then I noticed the moon started going right along the power lines. So it's like it looks like it's sliding on the power lines. Lag was saying he needs something to hold on to when he's hovering. He's so funny.
It's safety, because as we get older, our balance goes off. The ear juice gets hard or something. Somebody told me once. But yes, you need to. He sold the pole.
Yeah, it is a borderline
Good for
offer,
you.
but now you got your sale for the day. I had my shelter.
When was the last time you
alert.
had a 0 day? Never, because I bought my own pole for $10. What? My particular area of my home You know what? Our house isn't even flat because where we've had all of our inventory over here, I'm pretty sure there's a little sag in the floor now.
Oh God, Lord help. Oh, Pokey, he's my.
Oh my gosh! What did you do to him?
Isn't he so cute?
What did you do? We need to emancipate him from his
cocoon.
little cocoon. His eyes are twitching because he's just sleeping like a little. What's he dreaming of?
Oh no, but
You just punched him in the face.
Franklin.
Oh, Franklin's pretty cute.
I know Franklin
Gonna
is
give you
so adorable.
A run for your money, Pokes.
Franklin is a long-haired dachshund, right? That's what he looks
That's
like.
what you would love, the long hair.
Oh God, they are so
I
cute.
mean, we kind of thought about.
And he looks like a sort of like a blue Merrill. What is
Can you show him to people?
No, it's gonna
Just in his he's all swaddled. People love swaddled puppies.
Oh, he's like, did somebody say swaddle? He's awake now.
Basket Noodles is on the ledger. It's either red or green. You have two different colored pens. We can afford one. We just have black.
Double dapple.
Black and red. Black and green. Can you imagine having a green pen? It'd be amazing. I think
Franklin's a long-haired double dapple dachshund.
a double dapple.
Double dapple.
What's a single dapple? Is that the color?
I think so.
Coloring?
Yeah, because he looks like he has what, at least.
Oh,
two?
double dapple. So remember Bailey was blue merle?
Yeah.
Like that. The coloration was blue merle.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering that he
Have a cute off, like is saying.
we should tie razor blades to their paws and cockfight. But they're dogs. They wouldn't do it. So that's just silly. I'm sorry. Why do I always go to Tijuana in my mind? I think it's because I was doing the Ren impression, and now my brain's in Tijuana.
I've never eaten two apples.
I'll take a double dapple on the waffle cone with sprinkles. Yeah, what is
Ooh,
a
that
double
sounds
dapple?
Yummy.
Okay, I'll look it up. I expect people to tell me
It's
everything,
right,
but
the
I guess I
color
have the internet
combo.
right here. Double dapple. That would mean both parents probably are double dappled. With a splotchy multicolored coat that's a result of mating two dappled Dachshunds together, giving you the double dapple.
Oh, okay. And so what's just the dapple?
That's just like not even worth talking about.
Oh, a Dachshund with a splotchy multicolored coat that is the result of mating two.
Double dapple. Dip dapple.
Yeah, Franklin is really cute.
Should we?
I did see on
My nose is itching, which means I'm hungry.
that's what that means.
All the signs mean I'm hungry at this time of day. No matter
A
what
double
happens,
apple
it
is
just
a
means I'm hungry.
peach.
A double apple is a peach. I don't know. That seems like fake news, Lag. I'm gonna have to fact check that.
Back to noodle. It's how some sellers think. I bought all this, sold that. Now all this is paid for. Finished high school, applied math.
AF double apple and AF
It's
peach.
so true.
R/hookah. That's a Reddit group.
Ryan's like, double dapple sounds better than extra splotchy. It does.
Extra splotchy is not like the proper terminology.
You know
of it.
what? I like that word, splotchy.
You like a lot of things.
Yep.
And contrary to that, you don't like a lot of things.
There's probably more things I don't like than.
I think
No,
there
no, no, no. That's not true.
You know what you like? Cheese. Can we agree on that?
I like cheese.
Yep.
I like bread.
Two things.
I like grilled cheese.
That covers it. That's the menu over here.
Harvest Hope!
Aloha! Welcome. We're struggling to find anything
Give us
to say
something to talk about.
because we have a lot to do, and then I'm not thinking about anything.
Dogs don't need poles to hover.
Pokey is a
He-
2-footer. He's like
He uses his front legs and raises his back legs
both
off
of
the
them
ground.
off the ground with full
He's like a
pressure.
gymnast.
It's full pressure on the
Can
on
you
the bong.
find the gymnast
He's gonna blow an
position?
O-ring one of these days. I know he is.
He's definitely like.
He's gonna have
you
a
see gymnasts doing
prolapse.
that
He's
where
gonna
they're
prolapse.
Like, stop. Poor Tiny.
He never does, but you know, one day I expect to see a full prolapse pokey.
I do too because boy, you know when he needs to go poop. That butthole is just like boing.
Yeah, it is. It's ready to go. With the double dapple, you
ready
probably
to
don't have
shoot a
like
torpedo.
you don't have.
This is eBay talk.
Welcome to Reseller Dot. No, this is the one where we make people feel better because eBay sales suck so bad. It just happens to be a coincidence that eBay sales are a little bit weird right now because they have been good. So we started this channel to make everybody feel better about the bad sales, but sales just kind of go up and down now. But right now, actually, isn't this when?
Well, with
No.
all of the with
It's not till October that sales really start to
Doug,
pick
I
up.
don't know if
Cirque du Poquet.
were you here early enough where people were saying that their drafts were disappearing and stuff. There's been some issues going on today with people's drafts and not being able to Cirque du Poquet not being able to list.
Just to drive back with a with a glass of water, almost in a spit take. Major Wynn's like always walking around with just for the
wait.
perfect spit take. I always have water available.
The butthole is boing. I had to approve that one. Yeah, it is boing, like eyeballs popping out. But
It's all
I wanted
chauga.
you to find a gymnast doing that position that Pokey does to go poop.
Oh, like this, and then you
They
wrap the
raise-
legs around.
The legs are up,
Yeah,
but the two
I
arms
don't.
are
I don't want to
down.
see that because there's bound to be a prolapse. Right, the next picture. It's unsafe.
Oh, Major.
Why
was
is it called the
saying-
Big Apple? Does anybody know?
Doug was saying their drafts were gone over the past few days.
So everyone's having the draft problem, but does everybody's drafts come back or did they vape? Did they gone?
Who was it was saying 22? The old ones disappeared.
Drafts
The
are
new
back.
ones-
Flipping drafts are
Okay.
back. I need to go back and getting these launched before
Yes,
ITT
do.
tech guys take them down. They take a long lunch though, the ITT guys, so you should be
Mike
okay.
was saying that's how he hovers.
Yeah. No, and then you get like the downward pressure. Because, you're not supposed to sit on a toilet. Toilets are just,
And that's how you build muscle strength
Yeah.
in your legs.
you hove. I mean, some of us have had to
I've lost the
poop on a
muscle
tree.
strength in my legs because I don't work
They're
at
just noodles?
a job outside the house now, so I don't have to.
Your olive
hover as
oilness has gotten even worse.
Yeah.
It became popular. New York City is nicknamed the Big Apple, a nickname that became popular in the 1920s and the 1970s. Like 2 different times is what it says. First published in 1921 by sports writer John J. Fitzgerald,
Core strength.
who said something blah, blah, blah. Can you just tell me what it has to do with an apple? Nobody says. There's no apple.
Basket Doodle is saying that
It's a
if
city that
after
never sleeps.
5 years, if inventory and expenses outweigh the bank account, it's failing.
Wait, what happened to my bank account?
If inventory / expenses outweigh the bank account, it's failing.
No, Basket Noodle, you're just trying to talk sense. Don't do that. Don't do that. As long as I have dollars in my pocket and I can spend money faster than the bank sucks it up. Our bank switched about last 6 months, within the past 6 months, our bank has changed. Our main spending bank, local spending, what do you call it? Yeah.
Not a co-op.
A conundrum. It's the thing.
Credit union.
Credit union, thank you. And they changed, and now for whatever reason, if you go to a grocery store on the weekend, it will give you your so if you go in the store on Friday.
It charges you. It deducts it out of your
Your
available
debit card.
balance, but then
On Sunday, the money comes back into your account, like available to spend.
it's so
Screwed us
ridiculous.
up a couple times, but I don't know why they're doing that. It's the weirdest thing.
Ryan
ever.
was saying a joke that my right leg is muscle atrophied because I had to stay off it, baby it when
for your
when he
cancer.
had that fake cancer diagnosis, which it was an incorrect diagnosis. It wasn't.
He didn't
cancer.
make it
I'm
up
not making
himself.
fun of it. Right, and he did not make it up. But his legs from when he broke his ankle,
It's still skinnier.
That leg is still skinnier. It's funny because I noticed it and I'm like,
It's a normal
"Whoa."
leg. It's like a normal human leg, and then the other one's like a big ham hock.
So the Feds cut rates by 0.5%.
They did not.
Ready for
Did
big
they?
sales now.
Biff Boffo, is that true? They didn't. Did they do that? Wait, did they do it today? Fed rate cut. I mean, that's not going to do It'll help a little.
Top stories live. Fed expected to cut interest rates for first time in 4 years.
Nice. I mean, that's good. It's not. Nothing's going to change for us. Not right away, anyway. But Fed cuts interest rate
Ryan.
for the first time in 4 years. Here's what you need. What it means for you.
More sales.
Nothing.
Motorcycle dork. Woo, woo, woo.
Hello.
Always great to see you.
That's pretty exciting, though. A 0.5 point is pretty darn exciting. That was, they were talking about it. And the big money dudes, the guys that have like a vest on. I don't think nobody wears vests anymore. But, if you're a real bean counter, you used to have to wear a vest, 3-piece suit. And they were talking about maybe it's going to be 0.5 basis points or whatever. But most everybody was like 2.5, but the real people said 5. There you go. What should we do? I wonder what could be happening in 60 days. I know. Well, here's an interesting reality of realities. It doesn't matter who is anywhere in the next 60 days, things will be lowering, just as you say. Just currently, as far as I remember, and this is not politics. This is money, which is okay to talk about across the board, usually. That our economy is still too hot. So they have to, no, it's still too hot. So why would you lower the interest rates?
Well, John is saying rate cuts are not nice for inflation.
Yeah. But you know what? I don't care about any of that. Rate cuts are good for me, see? Yeah, that's the ticket.
Huh.
They do it. They all do it. Yes. At this time of year. I mean, this is like the good time. Everything's going to go down for a little while at least. Just so everything seems great. And then current refineries. Yeah, okay. I don't know about that. Look at all those words up there from people.
People?
People? How's Motorcycle Dork doing, Josh? How you doing? Anything good happening in super northern California? Are you guys gonna break off the state into what's it called, like Jefferson or Washington or something? Northern California.
What?
They just want to be like their own state up there for some reason.
Oh, I did not hear about that.
Joe's Rare Finds. Aloha. Hey. Right, decreasing the rate does the opposite. Right. Well, I was just watching something just the other day where they said specifically the words coming out of the mouth of the person were that the economy is doing really well. The economy is hot, meaning a lot of people getting a lot of jobs being whatever. The economy is hot, so we need to lower the interest rates. And I just realized that that's backwards. So I wonder why they're saying that. Anyway, I'm not an economist. I did take a class once at Santa Barbara City College, so.
Motorcycle Dork Josh was saying the weather has cooled down a bit this week, and it's been a welcome change.
Nice. You don't have to You do make it look nice when you have a beer, though. You're so hot. It's just like, that's the best Miller.
Oh, WTF is suggesting that you have an action figure produced of you. If he had a YouTube channel, he would.
Okay, I'll do that. I don't want to spend any money, so I have to find somebody who goes, you are the best, or maybe find. I could get the guy. What's the DeLorean guard? What are the two guards? DeMorian guards from Star Wars. You know the guys that have the two big teeth that come out, but they kind of have my body shape, and I would just paint my head on there.
Oh yeah, make those your chops.
Yeah, let me see if I can find the DeMorian guard.
Hey Josh.
DeMorian.
Josh is having bing 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 bing.
Bean, 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 bean,
Busy
bean,
day. Hope all
bean.
is well, and I hope eBay didn't actually tell you to zip it.
No,
we're talking about zip codes.
we were talking about zip codes, just using hilarious clickbaity stuff.
Yeah, Ryan, the pig guys.
Yes, the pig guys, but what are they called? Aren't they DeMorian guards?
Mike was saying his eBay stock is
DeLorean
up
guards?
60%. So remember, keep promoting your listing.
Up 60% over what? How long have you had it? For a long time. You must have had it for a long time. Because it only goes up 2% a quarter. And so, exactly 2%. To Gamorrean guard. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Yeah. So I'll show you what they look like, and I'm sure that's what people do now is they take the old action figures, whatever they happen to be.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
And this one, I mean, this is like barely have to do anything. You just pretty much just
We can glue some hair onto it, put a
just
little
couple
cap.
of sideburns and a hat, and
I
you
mean,
got
the
spitting
teeth are
image,
wonky, but hey, sort of.
just like mine.
Yeah.
So that's what we'll do. We're gonna retro do a Gamorrean
Do you have
guard.
one of those?
No, I sold them all.
Oh.
We got tons. In the past 2 years, I sold all the ones I didn't need Star Wars figures. So I guess I had them all. And they sold for really, really good money. It doesn't seem like they're selling for that good. And we still have Danzar, the loser, with the just like Biff said, he got the BB treatment back in the day. There's a couple of those late Return of the Jedi figures that they look like repurposed G.I. Joes or something. They're not even like real. I don't even count them.
Well, Pokey could be a
That's Salacious
salacious
Crumb.
crumb. What is that?
That's the little.
Oh.
Guy.
WTF said, Primo Kimo, make a merchandise store and we'll talk about it again. I've been doing promotional items for 27 years. Ryan was saying I customize figures for about 20 years. Wow, look
Really?
at you guys.
Wow. Yeah.
Fast
Well,
hit noodle.
we definitely would have a store. It looks like Helsinki from La Casa de Papel. Let's see.
There's somebody here locally that I think makes like little action figures of local people, I think.
Yeah, but nobody knows who they are except for other local people.
Well, right, but local popular people.
I'm a local popular person. I don't need to be though. I don't want to be. Oh yeah.
That looks like Johnny Carter.
Oh yeah, he
The
does.
bottom left?
That is Johnny Carter. Isn't that Johnny Carter?
Oh yeah, but wait, that does look like beard there.
Yeah. No, well, here's the actual thing. And he's got some sort of a weapon there. Our
That
friend
is
lives
so
in
Johnny.
West Virginia, and he does look a lot like
That one picture looks like Johnny.
Yeah. West Virginia. Anybody here from West Virginia? I think he's the only person that lives there anymore. So, what do you think? You think we should be done now so we could go get some more action? Thank you guys for joining us today.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
Thank you for keeping us company. Hopefully, we kept you company. We obviously solved the most important things that are in existence.
Mike's from Virginia.
Oh, you are? But you don't live there right now? Do you live there? Are you in a basement in Virginia right now?
He's in
The
a shelter.
Commonwealth? Do you live in Kevin's basement? Is that too far? They have basements in Virginia, right? I assume. Because, California does not have basements. It's weird.
Yeah.
Except for the guy from Zodiac movie and Lag. Yeah, in Baltimore. That's Maryland.
From Virginia, but lives in Baltimore.
It is that's an interesting area. We have not done. I delivered a ton of arcade games, pinball machines throughout the New England. Never been to Maryland for delivery.
Huh.
Upstate New York, Rhode Island, Connecticut.
Oh, what is this that Biff is
Okay,
sharing?
Biff is sending us something to maybe we can. That is awesome. With the heart, dude. Welcome to Get Some Lead Diamonds. Come in today and get your fiance a big shiny rock made in the back room with some sugar.
So, Big Dre is having issues with accepting offers. So, if anyone else is experiencing that, you are not alone. Big Dre tried accepting an offer and got an error message.
The same thing happened with us the past 2 days. But only once, and then I could, refresh and it went away. This is a great song. I love this song.
I'm totally the character from the Muppets.
You are. All the time. And I'm the other guy with the big tooth and gold.
Okay.
Thank you, Biff. That was awesome.
Wait, what?
It just kept coming. Somebody just took $509,000 out of her bank account. Oh, dear.
Okay, everyone.
Thank you for joining us. And so, if everything goes as planned, not promising, but totally promising, but 70% probably not going to do it, tomorrow for members, we'll talk for a while. Because I want to make up for not doing it for the past 2 weeks. So maybe Thursday and then maybe Friday, we'll just have a little chat, and then I'll at least be up to date. And then
it's gonna be like Pokey's butthole torpedoing. Oh no, Ryan!
Oh,
It's
Ryan, have fun with that. That's the worst thing in the world. Do not lose your wallet.
Oh
purse.
gosh, I hope that she finds it.
Okay, guys.
right.
So I will
Thanks for
put
being
on
here.
the one thing, and then
We appreciate you.
we appreciate you.
And you, and you,
And you, and you, and like a bit Papa with Dr. Dre. I always want to say Dr. Dre, and it's Big Dre, because that's all I hear in my head.
Thank you. You have a great day too, Callie.
You guys are all
Rock and
awesome.
roll. We appreciate
Thank you so
you
much.
so
Ryan, that's totally gross.
Yeah, canceling cards. Oh, the fourth time. Oh.
No. You're gonna have to get a leash
You need
for
to
your.
start get one of those
Love you too, lad.
things.
All right, guys, have a great
Thank you,
weekend.
everyone. Mahalo. Aloha.
We're going back.